take a look at Big Jack. So this one is in standard tuning. Now Malcolm's going to play the intro and both main riff parts down here on the 7th and 9th positions. And we're going to focus this riff around this B power chord, as well as this right here, this shape right here, which is just barring the E and the A string at the 7th fret. So we're going to be moving back and forth between these two positions quite frequently in this intro here, as well as the main riff. So for the intro, we're going to start on the B power chord. I'm also adding my pinky to that 9th fret and that D string. All right, so we're going to play the B power chord, go to this, and back and forth. So the intro is going to be something like this. Alright, so now we're going to get to the main riff. So the main riff, we're going to start in this position now, barring that E and A string on the 7th fret. We're going to hammer on to form the B chord. Then we're going to go back to this again. So for this first part, we're going to do this. So we just hit this once. And then we're going to grab the 10, 9 on the E to B. Then we're going to hit B to this position, which is really E, and then we're going to go back and forth here. Alright, so now the second part of the main riff, we're going to start on the B chord. We're going to play B twice. We're going to go to this position once, back to B, back to this, and then 10, 9, back to B. So it's going to be something like this. And then for the last time, once we end here, then we're going to transition up here to this D chord, and then we'll get into the chorus. So that transition is going to look like this. Something like that, right? That strumming pattern. Then we're going to play G to D, and what's a little tricky about this is that when we play the G and we actually strum the chords, is when you hear the vocals, you hear Brian's vocals say Big Jack. Same with this. So there's a little pause in there, and you hear some like muting before you hit the G, and then some muting before you hit the D. So it's something like this. Alright, and then we're going to play this A blues riff, really. So we're going to start with open strings, open A and D to the A chord. And that pattern there. Remember, last time we're going to end there and go to an A chord to E. Alright, and then we go back and we start the main riff over again. Alright, and then we get into the second verse. Alright, so that's the intro, really the main riff, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. So let's take a look at the guitar solo and the rest of this one. So as we head into the guitar solo, we're just coming out of that chorus on that A blues riff, and then we're going to end on that A and E. And then before the solo starts, we're going to come down here and we're just going to play the first part of that main riff. Alright, and then we end it right there with another strike on the B chord. Then we're going to transition up here to this B. We're going to play B, D, and E, and we're going to go through this 4 times, and every time it's played slightly different. So the first time, we're just going to be playing this B chord. We're going to hit our D chord once, and then strum on the E chord a little bit. The second time, we're going to do it like this. So the difference there is we strummed on that D now a little bit more. The third time, we just let the D ring out. We hit it once, let it ring out, and the E, hit it once and let it ring out. And then the fourth time, we're going to do it like this. And then we go back into that chorus again. So that part there is D, A, open strings to E. Alright, and then we go back into the chorus again until we get to the end of the song. So when we end the song, we're just going to go back to that A riff. We're going to play our A to our E again, just like we've been doing. And then we'll just finish it up with G, D, A, E to B. And then we end it on a B chord. So that ending is just going to be this. And then we end it on the B. So that's it for this one. We'll see you guys next time.